Hello, my name is Shachar Peled, and this is another video, the 26th, in a series about evolution as the basis of all faith and the criterion of all religions. We have been discussing in this part the emergence of what we termed the multi-human, and we divided civilizations or defined civilizations as proto-multi-human. Because multi-human, the emergence of the multi-human is an ideal that balances between the many and the few, between the individual and the culture and the society. So the multi-human, when it emerges, will be a full organism united by spiritual, cultural, moral features, a language that connects between people, and the many and the few, or the many and the individual, will be balanced with each other. This is attempting to emerge now as the sixth stage in the sixth leap in evolution. But the problem, as we stated, is this tension between individual and society, so that we now only have a multi-humans, proto-multi-humans, or proto-multi-humanity, that is civilizations that are not balanced and that abuse the power against the individual. So we can now describe the transition from primate to human, and from human to multi-human, as a shift from primates subject to hierarchies headed by a bullying alpha male and female, through groups of ancient men, Neanderthals and Homo sapiens, the very first people. And these very first people, they express an ability for social communication that allows them to block the bullies from taking control of their society. They are egalitarian societies. The first human societies are egalitarian, and they tell the bullies, sit down, we don't want to hear you. We, the many, will not let bullies overtake us. We are all equal here. This is the stage of pre-civilization. The next stage is proto-multi-humanity. It is a complex social entity that has lost its egalitarianism and is once more controlled by hierarchical systems. Now it is the power of the many that can oppress individuals. And on top of the power of the many, there is another individual that uses the power of the many against other individuals. So it's become like, as it goes up, it goes through loops of development. And so we will call that a proto-civilization, because it is not the complete civilization of the multi-human that will be balanced. So the intermediate form of this proto-multi-human, who is emerging and finding its way to the multi-human, the true multi-human, or true civilization, is the main characteristic of human appearance, of the human civilization as it appeared in history. So if we want to map, I'll show you this diagram, just so you see that it's an arrow, and I will speak of this arrow. There's God on this side and God on that side, and in the middle here we have apes. Here we have man split into hunter-gatherers, pre-civilization, proto-civilization, and then we have multi-humans or multi-man, which is civilization. So I will recap that. So at the beginning of as we spoke in the first videos, all of evolution is within God. It begins from infinity, from infinite perfection, goes through the world and arises to infinite perfection. That is why in theology, the term to describe the becoming more perfect or the growing perfection is called the return, because the world grows more perfect because it returns to the perfection of God, because God within is pushing it up. So on both sides of this graph, there is divinity and divinity. There is God on both sides of the world, or if you will, on the inside and the outside. Then, at the beginning of the arrow, we have the primates. There's a social order which is non-egalitarian, headed by an alpha male. Then, as this grows, in the period of, we shall call it the period of civilization, i.e. the multi-human appears. So the first stage are people organized in hunter-gatherer societies in an egalitarian order of village elders or tribe elders. There's no one, no single leader is going to bully the rest. Then we have, and this is, then we have the proto-multi-human, where we have a social order that is not egalitarian, and that a single person uses it to oppress many people. And ultimately, now emerging is the multi-human, which is an egalitarian social order, at the head of which there are wise people. And it seems like this is like Plato's state, but it is not, because there were slaves in Plato's state. Here we are speaking about wise people in all walks of life. The people that are the holders, the treasurers of civilization. And they are very much like the village elders. They only lead by example and by the choice of the people. So it's a different balance. And it's based on merit, on wisdom, on ability. It's a meritocracy. In many ways, the ultimate civilization must be a meritocracy, because everyone has to express their talents, their merits. So only a meritocracy will focus on the freedom of the individual in order to elicit that individual's excellence, freedom of speech, freedom of creation, of creativity. And that is the multi-human that is striving to appear. So, on the one hand, the proto-multi-human, ancient civilizations or dictatorships, become stronger in all areas of the sharing the workload and differentiating between various occupations. There are greater specialization, bureaucracies become more expansive, material resources grow, expand, and there is deeper communication. Individuals require longer and longer periods of preparation, of learning and training in order to make the most of their potential, and in order to control or command or master the niche that they create for themselves within the general public. On the other hand, the initial potential that has accompanied the appearance of humanity, the potential for egalitarianism and brotherhood among individuals, and leading the general being that is the multi-human through a meritocracy, a meritocratic democracy. This form of a regime that places at the head of society elected leaders on account of their merits and achievements, their good nature, their ethical perfection, their excellence. That is why they are chosen. In the same way as the main aspect of a personality, of an individual personality, is the sense of an I that unifies all experiences, sensations, knowledge, and thought, a stable feeling of I-ness, of being a self, that accompanies every individual throughout the vicissitudes of life. In the same way, civilization also needs a personality. It also needs a stable I that awards or provides a central axis for the multi abilities of humans that constitute that culture or that civilization. We will go back to this in the next video.